Hello. In this video, talking about the next topic of the core Java that is called very important for interview point of view and for programming point of view also. Both of them. This topic is very important. That is called collection framework in Java. What is collection framework? Why we are using collection framework in our program? That helps us for creating our program. This information and all the information about collection that are occurred in your mind right now, I am damn sure your all the questions that are occurred in your mind is clear in this video and upcoming video also, because collection framework is not a short topic that I covered in the one video only, because collection framework is very big topic. Collection framework is not a small topic. It is a framework that contain multiple subtopics in his body. So I have to taken 4 or 5 videos for complete the topic that is called collection framework. Till now I covered the most important topic of the Java. For example, exception handling, file handling, overloading, overriding, each and everything, inheritance, what is abstract class, what is interface, what is the difference between interface and abstract class, what is multi-threading, each and every topic, subtopic that I covered in the previous video of the Java. Means 60-70% you have to say complete the core Java. After that, in this video I started the last topic. I think last topic, that is called the collection framework. I am not telling you to how we are able to create the applet program. Means if I want to create a GUI program in Java, I am not going to telling the lecture or creating a lecture for that, because this is not used in this industry right now. So for that I am not going to create the lecture for applet, but that important topic are present to the core Java that are used today also, and every day, every interview round, the core Java interview round, that question are occurred in that topic. That topic are covered in the playlist of the core Java. Okay, after completion of the whole topic of core Java, I am creating a single video in that is are going to be 1 or 2 hour long or a 3 hour long, maybe according to the topics of the core Java. All topics from lecture 0 to lecture last, I am cover all topics in one video only. Okay, so also watching that video. But before that, if you want to be comfortable in that video, for that you have to make sure all the playlist of the sub part video you have to watch. After that, if you want watch that video, then your concept about core Java is completely clear. It's okay. So this is all about the how we are able to do in the future of the core Java. What upcoming lecture are comes into the future. But now from today I started the collection framework lecture. What is collection framework? Why we are using collection framework? Before telling all information about collection framework, I have two questions in my mind. First one is, what is class? What is interface? I think you tell me, yeah, bro, I am already know about interface and class, but some important topic about the classes and interface I have to revise in Java. For definition wise, collection class is nothing but a blueprint of an object, or we have to say instance of an object. Means we have to create a class. If I want to create a class, means I want to create a new data type. Okay, and what is interface? Interface nothing but looks like a class, but it contains the abstract method that have only declaration body. Means we are not going to give the body and the method that are contained in the interface contain only abstract and declared method in its body. Single interface we are not used directly in a program. If I want to use the interface, we have to in the class we have to extend, we have to implement that interface for using that interface. Okay, if any class that implement the interface, then that class have responsibility for give the body or give the implementation to each and every method that are present into the interface. Okay, so this is all about the class and interface. So important topic in Java, multiple inheritance. What is multiple inheritance? Multiple inheritance is nothing but a child class that have a multiple parents. Means not one parents, a class that have a multiple parents. But Java by default does not provide us the multiple inheritance in classes. Means one class have not in Java one class child class have only one parents class. Means one child class have not a multiple parent. One child class only one parents class in Java. But in the reference of interface, one interface can have multiple interface. Means one single child interface can able to extend multiple inheritance in multiple parents. Okay, so this is the difference between the interface and child. Interface and classes, in multiple inheritance are not present into the classes, but multiple inheritance are present into the interface. One child interface can have multiple parents interface, but one child class cannot have multiple parents class. Okay, first one. Second one is there is a one parents interface and one child interface. If I want to implement the child interface in our class, in that class I have to implement all the method of a child class of interface as well as parents interface also, because child interface are extend the parents interface, and we in our class we are implementing the child interface. This is the difference between the class interface. What is multiple inheritance, why we are doing multiple inheritance in Java, not in a class, but we are doing this is in the interface. So let's start the collection framework. What is collection framework? Collection framework is simple interface that contain multiple predefined classes interface that are helps us to store the group of data and doing multiple operation on the data. Okay, what I am saying, definition wise, collection framework is nothing but a predefined, it contains predefined subclasses and many interfaces that are, by using that classes and that interface, we are able to store the group of data on, and not only store the group of data, also doing the operation on the data by using the collection framework. Collection framework is nothing but a single interface that contain a simple predefined simple abstract method, abstract declared method only, not a initialization is of the method represent to the interface. Okay, means in the collection framework no classes are able to directly extend the implement the collection framework. Means no class or predefined classes are present to collection framework that directly implement the collection framework collection interface. Means if means there is a many sub interfaces, child interfaces that are extend the collection framework collection interface, and the collection interface are collection interface are able to, and collection interface are extended by the sub interfaces, and sub interfaces are implemented by the predefined classes. Okay, so this is all information about the collection framework. So question is, why are you using collection framework? If you say me, I want to store the group of data, without collection I have to do that. I'm and my question is why? What you say? If you want to store group of data, you have to use, not, if you not use collection framework, that also we are able to store group of data. That is called array. What is array? Array is nothing but a group of data. Okay, means without collection framework we are able to store group of data in our program. So why are you use the collection framework? For that I am going to differentiate what is the drawbacks of array, why using the collection framework, what is the solution provided by the that drawbacks are present to the collection array are given by the solution as a solution in the collection framework, and some drawbacks of the also in the present to the collection framework that are not present to the array. So each information about this difference between the collection framework and array, by using collection framework, because array is also able to store group of data. This is your this is your opinion for storing group of data. Means if I want to store group of data, I have already used array, why are you going to use the collection framework? So let's start the one by one drawbacks and solution provided by the collection framework. First drawback is, if I want to store multiple data type value in a group. Means what is array? Array is nothing but a group of similar data type value. Means if I want to store the 10 integer type value, then I have to able to create I am able to store into the array. If I want to store 10 strings in the group, then I am able to store by using the array. But if I want to store 5 element, first one is int, second one is characters, third one is string, fourth one is double float, then different data type value we are not able to store into the array. So this is the first drawback. We are not able to store the different data type value in an array, but by using collection framework we are able to store different data type in a group. So first drawback is, we are not able to store different data type in the array, but collection framework provides us the predefined classes. By using that class we are able to store different data type value in a group. So first one. Second one is, if I want to store 10 size of array, 10 times of group. Means if I want to store 100 element in the group, then I have to use array. Means what is I am saying, if you know what is the size of the array, what is the size of a group, then you are able to use the array. My question is, if you have to create a group, in that group you did not know, you have no clue about what is the amount of data I have to store in the body of that group. For that we are not able to use, we are not able to store data into the array, because if you are going to create an array, at that time you must have to knowledge about the size of the array, size of the element that are contained by the array. Okay, so you have to understand, because if you have no information about the what amount of size, of array, so you are not able to create a array without predefined size. But collection framework provides us this is a drawback, because that is called dynamic size of an array that are not provided by the array. If I want to store dynamic size of a group, that are able to do by my side by using the collection framework. When collection framework provides us to store a group in the group, we are able to store element in a group. Whereas we have no clue about the how many element I am going to store into that group. Means collection framework provides us the way to store the element in our body of a group, until we did not know about the how much amount how much element I am going to store into that group, that are provided by the collection framework. So this is second drawback, that are solution provided by the collection framework. And last one is if I want to do some operation, let's assume I have stored some similar data type value in the array. After that I want to give some operation on the array. For example, I want to remove some element from the array, I want to add some element in the group, I want to find out the searching of an element in a group. So for that, each and every different operation, I have to create own method for doing that operation and give the code in that method. Means explicitly each and every operation I have to do in the method if I want to use the array. But when I am going to use the collection framework for storing the group of data, that means we are not going to create the different method for doing the operation. All in method that are already present into the predefined classes. Means we are directly use that method for doing the operation or doing the manipulation on the data or group of data. So this is all three drawbacks of array that are solution provided by the collection framework. So I was telling you some drawbacks of collection framework also that are not into the array. What that? So let's start. For example, collection framework provides us to store the data that have a no fixed size. The collection framework provides us to way to store different data types of value into a group. Collection framework provides us to doing the operation without implementing that operation by using directly method of predefined classes that have implemented already, that are predefined classes. Okay, so all the benefits provided by the collection framework. So some drawbacks is also here. If the first drawback is time complexity, means if I want to create a program, in his time is very important. Means I want to do a program, create a program, but there is time constraint. If your program is able to run into 5 seconds only, so for that collection framework is failed, because collection framework provides more information, more benefits to us. So there is a time consumed by the collection framework group of data. But when you are using the array, in that case time is very limited. Means time is very less, in very less time we are doing the operation on the array, because array is used by the indexing. If I want to find out the fifth element, I am directly use the directly use the index of the fifth element. But collection framework, we are not directly use the index. So some time complexity are handled by the array. In array are able to create a program in very less time, but collection framework provides a program to create program in very little bit more time. Second one is memory management. When we are creating an array, and that in that case memory are fixed, in that memory we are doing only operation. Means memory is managed very efficiently, and we are able to when we are going to create a array. But when we are creating a collection framework by for storing the group of data, for that memory management is not that much good or that much better than the array, because in the collection framework there is no fixed size of group. Okay, for that reason we are not able to manage the memory efficiently in collection framework group of data. So this is some drawbacks of collection framework that are not into the array, but many more most important drawback that are present to the collection array are handled by the collection framework. So your question is, if collection framework provides us these benefits, why you are using the array in our program? So according to the situation, according to the problem, we have to use both of them, because array is very important. Many data structure are covered in our program in Java language that have that we are using array, and collection framework also. Means both are have its own importance. According to the situation, you have to use it. Okay, so this is all about the collection framework introduction. In next video, I am talking about the how we are able to what is contained by the collection framework, why you are using collection framework. All information about the that interfaces that contain into the collection framework I covered in the next video. So see you next one. Thank you for watching this video.